Hey there guys, how you doing? Long time no see. Oh, it's been 8 months since I posted my taking a break video. Oh boy, where to even begin? Life has been interesting this past year. Let's see, where to even start? We don't have Kiko anymore. We ended up having to give her back to the shelter. It was just too much for us to handle, unfortunately, with my fibro and the fatigue, and I couldn't keep up with her. That was that was really hard. That was really hard. Work-wise, that had some interesting ups and downs as well. The gaming store has pretty much dissolved. I'm selling the last of my inventory on eBay and TCG Player. That oh, that was an interesting chain of events. We ended up taking over the mailroom for a time and then discovered that there were liabilities that were not disclosed to us at the time of purchase. And so we ended up shutting down the business entirely, the game corner and the mailroom, end of September. So, life lesson learned: if you're ever going to buy a business from someone, never take their word for anything. Always do your due diligence. Yeah, learned that lesson the hard way. But thankfully, we're all out of that and moving on. I'm working part-time back in the retail grind. Um, still looking for other work because this has been, like I said, it's part-time, not quite what we need. However, with all this life stuff going on, it has been definitely a major time of seeking the Lord's guidance, trying to figure out what we're supposed to do from here. Cutting myself off from filmmaking has been really hard for me to deal with emotionally, mentally. Let me put it this way: I have been working towards being a filmmaker for probably a little bit more than half my life now. It's hard to just turn that off. I mean, I thought I had found a good alternative with the gaming store, and now that that's gone, I've kind of found myself going, rethinking everything, rethinking what's the purpose of my life right now. Maybe I've always felt so strongly that I'm supposed to be a filmmaker. That's who I am. It's like my identity has been wrapped up in being a filmmaker in whatever capacity. And I mean, I definitely needed the break, that's for sure. But now that we're kind of starting at square one again, and doing a lot of thinking, a lot of praying, talking with Wifey Dearest, and it's just, I think it's time to get back in the game. I enrolled in this online course. It's called Startup Camp. It's run by a guy named Dale Partridge. It's basically like a 12-month course for starting up a business. And I thought it'd be good for me to have something like this to pace myself and not try to jump in too quickly, which has definitely been something I've struggled. Struggled with is the right word. I have a tendency to jump into projects too soon, announce things too soon, and I don't want to make those mistakes again. We'll be moving forward with this, but slowly and more carefully, and Actually, the reason I'm even making this vlog now is it's actually kind of part of my homework from the first module of the course, is to make a social media declaration that I'm getting back into this, so that way you guys can keep me accountable, um, so I can rely on your support. Um, I think one of the biggest reasons I've decided to get back into filmmaking is just I never really was able to properly articulate why I wanted to be a filmmaker. I think. I mean, I've, I always say, I kind of got my start. I saw people were making their own Star Wars fan films, and so I wanted to do that too, and that's kind of what started the journey. As I've gotten older and matured, I guess, I just kept plugging forward with it, but never really stopped and asked myself why. So, I feel like, okay, the Lord's given me these gifts, I can use in this way, but I never had a why for myself. I'd have these answers like, I started off wanting to make Star Wars fan films, and then I kind of caught the vision for Christian filmmaking, and felt like the Lord was giving me these, but I could never articulate in better detail than that. It was all very surface level answers. I never really even thought to figure out like the core of why I felt this way, why these things resonated with me. Part of the course was coming up with a why list, so I finally stopped and thought about it, and it finally dawned on me that, well, with our film In His Steps, I think it's been 2 years since it was picked up by the distributor, and it's been it's been playing on TV. It's been on Christian bookstore shelves across the country, and um, I should have gotten a total of how many units have been, how many downloads we've gotten from online, things like Amazon and Christian Cinema and stuff like that. A lot of people have seen that movie, and I like to go read the reviews and see what people think of it. And the movie is far from perfect. There's so many aspects of it that honestly, I'm not happy with how things came out in certain areas, and some of it was the limitation of our budget, some of it was the limitation of my skills as a director, and various things. And so there was always a bit of dissatisfaction with the finished product. But reading through a lot of the customer reviews, emails I've gotten over the years, there are people, there's always people who recognize the flaws and give the negative reviews, which are fine, because I like those negative reviews because it shows me where I need to grow. But it's the positive reviews that have always given me pause. That something like that, with all its flaws and stuff, the story has still had an impact on people. And seeing that has been, it's blown me away. That despite all its flaws, people still can come away from that and have their life changed. I don't want to sound egotistical or proud or anything about this. I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised just how many positive messages I've gotten about it over the years, and I think it's finally clicked for me that the fact that that's the case, I want to keep doing that. And being able to tell stories that can change people's lives despite all the, technical imperfections or whatever. I don't want to stop trying. I don't want to stop. I don't want to give up on telling more stories like that. I feel like that's what I'm made to do, I think. And another thing too, I think the fact that there are people who have been willing to support what I've done over the years is just, it's incredible to me. Thinking about when I was doing Indie Christian Review and the people who were supporting the show on Patreon, that was huge. And I mean, I can never begin to say how much I appreciate and am thankful for everyone who has supported all my crazy ideas over the years. I guess it's appropriate. This is going up on Thanksgiving. Thank you to everyone that has supported me and has still supported me, even during this sabbatical. I want to keep being deserving of that support, and I want to keep going. I don't know when the next big film project is going to be. I don't know what form this is all going to take. I mean, I guess I'm kind of reviving Standing Sun Productions, but I don't know what we're going to exactly do from here. I mean, I'm going back to working on writing stuff for Delantar. Start coming up with other ideas. I am going to start pursuing more voice acting. I'm super excited. This actually happened during the sabbatical too. I had performed a voice in an independent video game. I think it was last year I recorded that. So it finally came out. I think it was in September it came out. It's called Zing: The Land Beyond. It is a gorgeous game. The visuals are so cool. It's has VR support. It's going to be on PlayStation VR. Right now it's available on Steam for PC and Oculus Rift, Vive, I think it's called, HTC Vive. Another one of the VR things. I'm not up to date with all that, but I played it on just my regular computer, and it looks so cool. The visuals are amazing, and yeah, I'm a voice in it. I'm one of the featured characters in it.
My name was Sarid, King of Kings, prophesied to rule all things. The wind that wore down mountains tall. Before my feet, the world would fall.
It's a cool game. It's a first-person puzzle adventure game. I think they've got it on sale on Steam. Thanksgiving, Black Friday, all that. So, link in the description. I gotta get back into those YouTube terminologies, don't I? But anyway, I have rambled on long enough. Thank you, everyone who has stuck with me. I guess I should say health-wise, things are improving slowly a little bit. We're trying different treatments and stuff for my fibromyalgia. Still seeing what works. So that journey that journey continues. But yeah, so health-wise, I'm doing okay right now. But ups and downs. Hopefully, it's going more up. But anyway, yeah. So there's that. Thank you all so much for your continued support. I look forward to getting back into it. And again, almost forgot. So I've had 2 short films that have been sitting on my computer since before the sabbatical. One is the short film from 2016's film camp called Felicia's Pledge. It's a sequel to In His Steps. I just finished the first pass for music on it. I'll probably make a couple more tweaks. That should be coming out very soon. And then after that, I've got my next Doctor Who fan film. It takes place before the one that we did during In His Steps. with Stacey Bradshaw, Rebecca Cook, and all that, and all them. So that's probably gonna be. I'm gonna get that out hopefully by the end of the year. I'm working on visual effects. It's getting. I was able to make some good progress on that today, so that's coming along. So by the end of the year, Lord willing, should have 2 new short films out for you, and we'll kind of go from there. All right, I better get to bed. It's late. Yeah, we'll see you later, guys.